Hello and welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal, and we have now done testing and we are drawing ever so close to the new season, so I thought now would be a good time to do my predictions, starting off with the Constructors Championship and then a few days for the Drivers Championship. So yeah, just going to be going all over all of the teams and saying my expectations for them, and starting off, coming in last and taking the wooden spoon, I'm going for Haas. Now to be honest, I really don't hold out my hopes for Haas this year. Yes, they're reliable in testing, but we know they're not developing their car this year, and with two rookie drivers I really can't help but feel it's a struggle. And to be honest, even for next year I worry for them with two rookie drivers. I probably would have kept a experienced driver, but yeah, they need the money in the form of Nikita Mazepin, and Mick Schumacher isn't a bad driver, but still I can see it being a big struggle for them this year. In ninth, I've gone for Williams. Williams do look slightly improved this year, and of course having George Russell is a massive asset to them and will definitely get the maximum out of that car. I can see them moving up a bit. They do look like they're heading in the right direction under Dorilton Capital, but yeah, I just can't see them moving too far up really this year, especially with Nicholas Latifi. Don't get me wrong, he's fine, but for me, yeah, they probably want a better driver in that second car. In eighth, I've gone for Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo have been tipped as a surprise package of this year by some people at Williams, I think. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can prove it. But to be honest, there's just not a lot about this team that inspires me really. Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi, you feel the drive lineup's come a bit stale. Raikkonen, of course, he'll be massive for them moving into next year with the massive rule changes. But Giovinazzi, yeah, he just doesn't inspire a lot of confidence for me. In number 7, I've gone for AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri are an interesting one. Their pace looked really good in testing, and both Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda are very good drivers, in my opinion, so it could be an exciting year for me. I can see them starting well, like they have done quite a lot in recent years, but I can't see them just fading away, because you'll have teams in the midfield like Ferrari, Alpine and Aston Martin with, let's face it, more resources than them, so I can see them just losing out on the course of the season to those sorts of teams. In 6th, I've gone for Alpine. Alpine are a really interesting one. Yeah, obviously rebranded from Renault. They'll have high hopes, but yeah, I just don't hold out too much hope for them. They looked okay in testing. Obviously, Fernando Alonso is an incredible get for them, and yeah, I can't wait to see him back. I love Fernando Alonso. But yeah, he'll be a big asset, especially going into the rule changes, but I just don't hold out too much hope for them. In 5th, I've gone for Aston Martin. Aston Martin, to be honest, I'm really not convinced by them either. Didn't have the best pre-season testing in the world. Car was very unreliable, and yeah, I'm also really not too much of a fan of their drive lineup too. For me, Vettel is past it. He has been for a few years now, and Lance Stroll, he's okay, but I still do have my doubts on him, and I think that could ultimately cost them in the battle in the midfield. In 4th is Ferrari. Ferrari, yeah, they're an interesting one. I did think with new engine pretty much this year, totally new car, they'd have a really good season, but there were some concerns in testing and their race pace was really poor. But I do think they could do well this year. They've got some quality drivers coming in. Now they've actually got a competent number 2, in my opinion. They could really kick on this year. But once again, for Ferrari, I suppose it's just about perfecting those 2022 rule changes. In 3rd, I've gone for McLaren. McLaren, for me, I actually wouldn't be surprised if they were a step in front of the midfield. I was really impressed with them in testing. And of course, having a new Mercedes engine is a big bonus. And yeah, I think they're looking really solid heading into the new season. Of course, with 2 good drivers as well, Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris, who will definitely extract the maximum out of the car. So for me, it's an exciting time for McLaren, and I think they can really be looking at podiums and maybe even a race win this year. In 2nd, I've gone for Red Bull. Red Bull, of course, they look like the form team after pre-season testing, but yeah, we just don't know really, do we, whereabouts they are. But obviously a huge plus for them this year is their driver lineup. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez will extract the maximum out of their car at every possible opportunity, so that's a huge plus for them. But yeah, I just can't see them winning over the course of the season. I just think Mercedes is such a well-oiled machine. Yeah, I think they'll just have it. So in first place, obviously, I've gone for Mercedes. Yeah, I don't know if their sandbagging testing was a mix of truth and false. I imagine it's somewhere in the middle. Maybe they're not quite where they wanted to be, but I'm not sure they're as bad as they made it looked out. But yeah, anyway, it'll really still be interesting to see really where they are. For them, ideally, they want to rock up to Bahrain, be fastest and switch their attention to the 2022 car in May or June, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I think we're in for a closer title fight, but Mercedes will win. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.